Hey guys, so quantum computing is about to disrupt about everything we know about tech, investing, and even teleportation. So why is QBTS stock flying under the radar? In this video, we're going to break it down whether this is a once in a lifetime type of opportunity or it's just another overhyped play. Let's dive in. So one of the things that we look at when analyzing the quantum market, which we traded this morning, we got in Rigetti stock here. A small trade here up at $74 outside of our bigger trades that we made today. We ended up selling big time in quantum at market open at $12 a share on Rigetti, and then sold another stock, and we're in Soundhound. And our overall portfolio is up 10% today, which is tremendous for today. We've had some 10% days this year, which is really amazing. Really just a sentiment to some of the bullish outlook in tech and AI here in 2025. So QBTS, this is D-Wave. This is a stock that I've been studying pretty extensively. As a result, we've gotten deep into the technical analysis, the market analysis of this quantum market, and then of course we're looking at some of the potential future and what that looks like for quantum. So this is a previous resistance here. You guys see this resistance there, see some consolidation. There's a support there for D-Wave. We're at $5 roughly. Then, yeah, more or less a support right here. And then this support kind of drags its way out all the way there. So while it's been bullish and you saw it go from what was 75 cents in late 2024 up to $11, after this sell-off with Jensen, the comments made by NVIDIA that crashed the market, we see it's really just been consolidating. Quite simply, when you're looking at the consolidation of D-Wave, you have to kind of take into account that this consistency is kind of aiming towards potential sell-offs in the near term. It's possible it breaks above and then it uses this as support, and we start to really see the higher highs on D-Wave. But one thing to consider is it does get rejected quite often here around the $6.50 range to about $7. And it has been just dragging itself from left to right. You can see that 200-day moving average just right in the middle of the trend. Here, the RSI MACD looking overextended, but I wouldn't really count it out to break out and then continue this uptrend that we saw before. It's at $6.47, which is down from that $11.41 price point. But the company, this is where it gets interesting. There are price targets that say that QBTS, which is D-Wave, QBTS, has 25-cent price targets. We've seen 25-cent price targets. Let me drop in an article if this will work here. This is Alpha Spread, where they're looking at intrinsic value, and they're saying that QBTS is 96% overvalued. Now that's one story. And then you have some of their revenues, and this is I'm not negative on D-Wave. I actually want to go over this for a reason. It's a $2 billion market cap. The year over year, you see negative 27%. Here in this quarter, it was up. In March, it was up. In December, it was up. The revenues are not really decline. They are kind of declining. You can see in December 2023, it was at 3 million. March was 2.4, then 2.1 in that quarter, and then this last quarter in September, it was 1.8 million. So declining revenue there, which is interesting. There's been a lot of volatility, but you gotta say why is that a negative outlook for QBTS? Because a lot of people are very bullish on the market of quantum. I'm a bull in the long term. I went to CES. We're going to Cupid's, which is an event in Scottsdale where we're going to get firsthand look at D-Wave. And D-Wave's also going to be at the NVIDIA event for quantum. So now we're here and we're like, this looks great, but what's with the financials? What's with all that? There's some other things that play into QBTS. And let's jump into their website here. One thing to note, they did have a capital infusion. The company successfully completed a $150 million at-market equity offering, selling shares at an average price of $6.10, which was basically at a 3.5% premium over that during that weighted period where it was average price during that period, it actually sold at a premium. And then they've had some recognition, some other price targets that put them at $9 and $12. And I can bring those market things in here as well. You see market beats. This place here has a price target. They have from $3 to $7 buy rating, $8 price target, $9 price target there. I believe that a lot of this is hype and a lot of this you can't really listen to. And so that's why I bring up that low, the negative, and the technological advancements is actually what we care about. Let's take a look at D-Wave. So if you guys head over to D-Wave on the website, you can see some of the latest news here. They have this company that purchased D-Wave quantum computers. So they're selling their quantum computers. This was just on the 13th. Today, you can see that they sold their quantum computer, a leader in quantum computing software and services, D-Wave, and the world's first commercial supplier of quantum computers. And then Jülich, I don't know how to say that, Supercomputing Center, announced today that it's purchased the D-Wave quantum computer, becoming the first high-performance computing center in the world to own D-Wave Advantage annealing quantum computing system. With the purchase of the world's largest quantum computer and Europe's first quantum computer with more than 5,000 qubits and a 15-way connectivity, this company, Jülich Infrastructure, Unified Infrastructure for Quantum Computing, is a public quantum computing user facility deployed by JSC, gains complete access to all aspects of the system, including ability to modify system parameters, immigrate the quantum system in new ways for new purposes. What does this mean? Well, really, if you look at D-Wave, and I want to go to their site in a way that we can go directly here, you can see some of the ways that they're powering different industries with their quantum computers. They issued this letter to quantum computing skeptics, enthusiasts, and undecideds from the CEO. I would encourage you to read the letter. And one of the things that they talk about is that they're doing quantum right now. They're commercial. They are integrating with businesses. If you go to solutions here and you look at some of their use cases, they have workforce scheduling, production scheduling, logistics routing. What does that mean? It means if you have millions of data points that are going through something, let's say cargo loading, you have all these different points, where it's going, how much it weighs, where it needs to be stored. Let's say you're trying to solve problems that are pretty heavily coming down to computation of figuring out all the different ways that you could ship something, or how it's going to be shipped, or where it's going to go, and what's the optimized way to approach that. You use something like D-Wave to run through your quantum computer and see. One thing about this company is they have their own cloud, and they have their own place where you can go into the company and use their quantum computer. So I think a lot of people don't realize this, but if you want to go use some of these quantum computers, let's go ahead and click Rigetti. You're going to see that you use that on AWS here, and you can plug in through the cloud. If you want to use IonQ quantum computers, you could plug in through AWS or Microsoft Azure. So we could also look at Microsoft Azure. Let's see. And I can also plug into this quantum computer through Microsoft in the cloud. Now, where it gets interesting is some of these companies like D-Wave is that they have this special solution where they're allowing you to build real quantum applications through their actual website in the cloud. And you can apply for the Leap Quantum Launchpad here, the program to accelerate your exploration, development, and implementation of quantum and hybrid quantum applications. Qualified participants get access to D-Wave technology and support resources for a 3-month trial period. So that's excellent. You can actually use this. I personally see a lot of use cases for this. I was just working on an app recently. I'm still working on it, and I'm working on software quite often where I'm coding and building out solutions for processing real-time data, millions of data points on different time frames to be able to identify how, according to AI, what time frames will be affected by different news articles or different patterns, and how you could expect the stock or asset to move based on some of those indicators, and running real-time data through AI. And that's a lot of computation power. I was trying to run and build the app, and I remember I just went through all the tokens in my API for, I was using ChatGPT, then I transferred it to DeepSeek AI. Now I'm actually testing out some Alibaba. And when I was using these different models, I was burning through all these tokens because, you know, it's a lot of stocks and there's a lot of time frames for each stock, or actually cryptos as well, but assets. You have all these different reasons, all these different things that you consider to come up with solutions from AI, and then compute them and run them through more AI. And it started just using so many tokens, and I have to, like, I upgrade to be able to use it. And when you have quantum, you don't have to, this is something that can easily solve complex problems of up to 1 million variables and 100,000 constraints. The managed service runs on quantum and classical resources based on D-Wave's advanced algorithms. So I think that's really interesting when you can see the company offering usage through the cloud right now. I haven't had a chance to plug into quantum computers, but I plan to do that here in the near future. But just kind of looking at how they're positioning themselves more as direct to the source, go to D-Wave, versus plugging on AWS or plugging on Google Cloud like a lot of the other quantum companies, which is good. They need that distribution, but I also love to see the independence being displayed by D-Wave. On top of that, they've had some product development in quantum computing where they focus just on practical solutions. You could see some of their use cases again, and that ongoing commitment that they have towards the technological advancements in these different industries. 1 or 2 breakthroughs in one industry could be massive for them as a company. And so that's a lot of what is contributing to the bullish sentiment here with D-Wave. Another article here, you can see D-Wave Quantum is poised to dominate the quantum computing sectors from Barron's. And I didn't go into the article. I don't necessarily have the full Barron's, but I think there's a lot of narrative around D-Wave potentially being a big player in quantum. They're going to be there at NVIDIA's event March 20th, I believe. And then there's also that Qubits event at the end of March that we're going to be going to in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's at the Phoenician, and I believe that's going to be very nice. It's Qubits 2025. So again, they're at this resistance. There's potential for this to move, and we know it moves fast. It looks like it more likely could sell back down, but in a bullish sentiment, which we absolutely could be looking at more of a hyper bullish sentiment, just remember, last time it recovered about 140% or shot up 140%, not recovered. It was really in a span of 3 days. So you got to keep that in mind. Have seen a lot of this growth. It's not, insane, but this could happen. What I just showed you, this right here, that 82% increase, it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to, but it does happen quickly. And so you should at least monitor it in your quantum watch list, as we have here, to be able to take advantage of certain opportunities possibly happening here at Market Open. Lots of the big dips happen at Market Open. If you'd like to watch me trade live each and every day at Market Open, Stockmate is the second link down below. We have a great sale there. It's not going to get too much better than this. And if you'd like to surround yourself with other traders and investors, it's that second link down below. That's Stockmate. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, do consider hitting that like button, smash that like button, and do consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.